I want to give it up. I'm so looking forward to our next open micer. 10-minute feature from Bob Lawrence.
Hello. All right. We do a seasonal poem here called Iris. 5 very quasi sonnets. 1. Flowers are the sexual organs of plants. We hide ours, they flaunt theirs. So it is with the iris, whose flower unfurls from a colorful bud shaped like a candle flame, whose 3 sepals look like its 3 petals instead of dull green leaves, whose strong, sweet scent evokes memories of love and spring. 2. I am the anti-gardener, bumbler with red thumb. My astilbes atrophied, my crocuses croaked, my roses rotted, my marigolds misfired, my hollies hibernated for good. But every year, the sword leaves of my irises slice through the weed-ridden earth of my anti-garden to blossom bold and lure the plump bumblebee. 3. Flowers exhibit both sexes, but in their bloom we see female form, character, dress, and name. Iris, but one of many of the floral variety. Rose, lily, violet, magnolia, petunia, scarlet, rhoda, rosemary, daisy, dahlia, amantha, daphne, willow, ivy, chrysantha, angelica, laurel, yolanda, and more, lined up like flower pots in a curbside nursery. 4. An iris won the Nobel Prize. But when I think iris, I see a trailer amidst trailers and trees. Out steps an old hound dog with matted fur, followed by bleach blonde iris in faded dress and flip-flops, a cigarette perched on her bottom lip. When the light hits her face just right, you just know she was cute 10 years ago. Now don't you poop here by the door, she tells the dog. Then she yells inside, Merle, why don't you come out and see the morning sun for once? It's the most beautiful day out here. 5. In the time it took to write these poems, the flowers of my irises budded, bloomed, and died. Does nature teach here a lesson more subtle than here today, gone tomorrow? A lesson more poetic than manage your time better, schmuck. The flower of the iris quickly disappears, not rare in space, but in time. And beauty cannot beauty be without a touch of rarity.
Yeah.
That is quasi and not quasi, I hope. The pronunciation is important. Like this guy, this congressman who's in trouble, his name is spelled W-E-I-N-E-R, and that is supposed to be Weiner.
Yep.
That's the way it's supposed to be pronounced. And I am convinced that 46 years of pronouncing his name, mispronouncing it, Weiner, has affected his mind. And that first poem was kind of nice, so we have to come out with something kind of nasty. All points alert. Last night, a man armed with expletives assaulted the Edge Comedy Club. Witnesses report he was carrying semi-automatic fucks, cunt grenades, and motherfucker knuckles. When set upon by bystanders, he fired shitheads and cocksuckers from a concealed weapon. Police arriving on the scene launched canisters of fear gas, but the man escaped through a heavy pall of smoke emitted by a bomb spewing, "Ban guns, leave words alone, fumes." Police are offering a reward for any clues leading to the identity and whereabouts of this demonic enemy of the people. And here's a riff poem called Easter Wish. Would that my radio consciousness could broadcast static streams of omnipresent spider silk through minds scattered like black stars across the human cosmos, aka the bulletin board sky. Would that I could pierce the ice of the didactic to sing whale song bass deep beneath treble blood-stained screamatoriums to explode the fraudulence of Lent, the juvenile jurisprudence of Judgment Day. Would that I could teleport others to sacrifractal times past, to see the land, the wind, the sun, the stars, just as now, untainted by miracle, the rat, the spider, the lizard, the locust, the snake, as molecular brethren, and divinity, spirit, soul, Lord, is less substantive than spider silk, less real than elegant fantasies spun by the dreaming subconscious. Just think of that someday you're out and you're in nature, and just think that, 2,000-3,000 years ago, it was the same thing, folks. Abridgment. 1. Hamlet's to-be soliloquy abridged. Should I kill myself? Living is much too painful. I crave the peace of the dead, but I don't know what's on the other side, so I'll deal with my pain instead of ending my life. 2. Do not abridge my work. Abridge means not bridge, as atonal means not tonal, amoral means not moral, atypical means not typical, as anything means no thing. What a wondrous work is a bridge, the feathered span of the Brooklyn Bridge, the red fog harp of the Golden Gate Bridge, the lofty walkway of Tower Bridge in London, falling down, falling down. Hail all bridges over still and troubled waters. 4. Don't burn your bridges. The bridge from person to person, the bridge from nation to nation, the bridge from past to future, the bridges in my unabridged work, lest gaping gaps eat you alive. Just checking my time here. A little poem, Failed Fetish. I have known you for 10 years, and I've never seen your toes. Never have you worn sandals.
Do that again.
Yes.
Start again.
Okay. All right, we'll try that again. I have known you for 10 years, and I've never seen your toes. Never have you worn sandals or shoeless see-through hose, no less prance about barefoot. I can decipher this clue. You are reticent of contact, and I am clueless if I think I will ever play the amazing fingertip shoe salesman with your lovely unseen toes. Now we have to do a sadder poem. Visiting my uncle at the hospital. His handshake frail, cold, tentative, wary of striking the plastic tube, slipping oxygen into his nostrils. His once burly arms a steady and emaciation. We exchanged small talk, as if we were at his place, halftime during the Bears game, except for his voice, so soft, so hoarse. He pauses, reads my grief over a life expectancy of days, reads as I unwittingly gravitate toward the door, my wish to escape, to revel in my own life of indeterminate end. His voice still soft, still hoarse, but now more intense. Don't remember me like this. Remember you as a little tyke, and me lifting you high. How you laughed. Oh, you laughed like a wild man. Remember that night I taught you Texas Hold'em and Omaha, and we both got piss-ass drunk and passed out in our chairs like giant burlap sacks. I'm so sorry you're sick, Uncle Herb, but it's still good to see you. I want you to forget this day, but no, you won't, will you? The painful shit sticks like Velcro. Did you drive? Make sure to get your ticket stamps. I took the L. Yeah, I remember the L. His eyes glaze. He forgets about now. Zooms in on then. I commuted to work on the L for 20 years. People smelled like perfume in the morning, like sweat in the evening. They all wore an armor of sullenness, don't tread on me. Like a tough veneer would protect them from the rapists, the muggers, the beggars, the Jesus fanatics lurking out there. Somewhere, up around the bend in the darkness of the tunnel, on the other side of the sliding doors, even in the next car. He coughs, a deep, gravelly cough. Give me some of that water, will you? Steadying the cup with both hands, he sips the water, then continues. Yeah, the screeching bend. Back in the days, the A train and the B train. The B train didn't stop at Clark and Division, and the cars would screech around that curve. The engineers knew if they'd go just a little slower, the wheels would be quiet as silk, but they loved that high-pitched metallic wail. Love lashing our ears. Rude, ungrateful bastards. Our fares paid their wages. For all his beefing, he smiles. Then he looks at me intently, his eyes glistening. I'm tired, Bobby. Time to go. I'll see you later, Uncle Herb. I pat him on the shoulder. As I wait for the brown line, named after excrement under Uncle Herb, to emerge like a metal worm with glowing eyes from the depthless tunnel into the damp, rust-streaked station, two thoughts keep pounding at me. You can be nostalgic about anything. And the moment of nostalgia is a flight from the deathly march of time.
Yeah.